Hey guys, it's Jake here, coming at you with a Homelab video. This is a first update I've done in a pretty long time, so I'm going to go over a quick few things. This video won't be overly long because hopefully we have a bunch of updates to come, a lot more than I've been posting lately. It's just I really haven't gotten too much new gear lately, so I'm just going to give you an overview of what I've already had and then kind of update on the changes so far. So first off, we have a 3-com fast Ethernet switch. It's only got 12 ports, so I don't really use fast Ethernet for anything. Like, there's really no point. I guess this would be fine for like management consoles and such. I did get a couple of these serial to or I have one of these serial to Ethernet connections, so I don't know, maybe that can do that. I don't know, not quite sure. Probably not, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, next up we got my TP-Link. This is a 16-port gigabit switch, unmanaged. These 4 cables go to the older servers. These four, all of these are Cat 5 E. This is Cat 5E, this is Cat 5E, Cat 5E, and then Cat 6. But currently these 4 ports right here go to 2 to the Dell 2850, 2 to the DL380G4, and then these 4 just goes directly to the Dell R710. Now currently I have one 300 gigabyte drive and one 1 terabyte drive. I did buy extra caddies here. These are not filled at all, these 3, but I figured once I get more R710s, if I get any large form factor ones, I will have extra caddies. But I plan on hopefully using these on this server. I want to get another 300 gigabyte drive so I can do a RAID for the operating system. Well, actually, it's not the operating system. This 300 gig drive has all the files for my VMs on this machine, the operating system files. So I want to get a mirrored backup of that in a RAID configuration, and then I just want to get 3 more 1 terabyte drives, so that I got 4 terabytes of storage on this server for my NAS, because my NAS runs on this. Currently I have 1 terabyte for it, and most of the media on it is just Plex stuff. But I'll have 4 terabytes of drive space and then a mirrored drive configuration. Down here we have a Dell 2850 146 gig SAS or SCSI drive, and then this is a Dell HP DL380G4 server, which I don't run these two. Before I get all the comments like, oh, why do you run those? Those are so power inefficient. I will run the 2850 sometimes because that's my GNS3 graphic network simulator server. I did install it on the 2850, but eventually I'm going to be getting at least 3 more of the R710s, probably 4 to 5 more of them, so I have a total of 6, which this will be my main storage. Actually, probably not. I'll probably get a 5 or 4 more R710s and 1 Dell R510 for storage, the 12-bay one, and just there will just be like 246 gig SS or 220 gig SSDs, because I'll get the small form factor because they're cheaper in a RAID, and just it'll take storage from either a drive enclosure, either that or a Dell R510. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so some quick insight to this server right here. I use about 150 watts. I've gone through the drive configuration. It's got 2 quad-core Xeons and 48 gigs of RAM. Runs at 150 watts, which is nothing for power compared to a lot of my old servers. So running six of these type servers won't be any problem for power, because I have a separate 20 amp breaker for all this. I have a pfSense VM. Since there's 4 NICs on the back of this thing, I have a pfSense VM that comes directly from my router. So basically I only have 2 ports usable for VMs on this, well 3, because I have a LAN port on the pfSense, so that would be the 3rd, but 2 dedicated VM ports, because basically a direct cable comes in from my modem to the pfSense, and it gets pushed out through the LAN, and then that goes to the switch and all that. But the problem with this is I want to get a dedicated Dell R210 Generation 2 for pfSense and all that such, just so I can have a dedicated machine for that only uses like 40 watts or something like that, so like no power consumption. We have a bunch of Windows Server VMs on this. You know, obviously I should run, you know, like a FreeNAS or something, but I just use a Dell, or not Dell, Windows Server, and I just do a network shared drive, because everything on my network is pretty much Windows, and I could access it from a Linux or such, you know, it's not that difficult. And then I don't have to do, you know, the media I'm storing on these, the 4 terabytes won't be necessary, because it's just basically my Plex server, which my Plex server does run on this as well, obviously, and I just, the stuff on that, it doesn't need, if it crashes, it's no big deal, but it probably won't, at least for a while, and I replace drives pretty frequently, so it's not as big of a deal. So this server will basically be my non-test. This will be my production one when I get more, and the other ones will be test. I also have a few test VMs for my, you know, small business thing, that I'm running on DigitalOcean. I test stuff on this first, and then if it works, I'll push it to my DigitalOcean VPS. So that's nice. Let's go over here and check out this APC. It's just a basic back UPS, XS 1500. So it's 1500 volt amp. Can run the Dell R710 for about 36 minutes. I think it was at last time. Yep, 36 minutes. We're only at like real, you know, 17% load, which is nothing, you know, and it 153 watts for all this equipment, this switch, this Dell R710, and that modem up there. It's only 150 watts, which is pretty good. You know, I didn't get a rack mount one yet. This one will just be for like my personal stuff. Eventually I'll get a rack mount UPS, but currently it's not that big of a deal until I actually, if I put anything production on this, then I'll get rack mount equipment for that. But basically, that is pretty much it. I can bring you back here. I am getting business internet. It's a pretty good cable management, but I am getting business internet soon. 300 megs download and about, I think it's 20 upload, because that's the best I can get around here. But yeah, I'm going to be making a lot of videos on these guys, especially when I start getting new stuff, and especially rack mount it, because it needs to not be laying on the floor. Obviously, if you guys have any equipment you'd like to like donate, or I was thinking about starting a GoFundMe or something, just because I'm using this basically for education, because I'm only currently 16, and if some of you guys don't know what my kind of goal in life would be, is to, after college or high school, start a small hosting company for local businesses, running their infrastructure, like Active Directory, obviously Exchange, stuff like that on my servers, just so it's local compared to AWS and Azure. I don't know how to say it. I keep forgetting. We use it at work, but you know, it's nice to have a local solution, especially if you're just a local business and you want to support community. So that was my thoughts on the reason I want to start that business someday. So yeah, if you guys have any donations for me to learn off of, or anything like that, any insights, let me know down below. I'll be more than glad to answer any questions, and I'll keep doing videos, updates on this server setup. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, like, subscribe. I will see you next video guys. Peace out.